I'm gonna go ahead and keep it a buck and say that a lot of people think that anime is far superior than any Western animation. Western animation is just for children, and I would imagine that a lot of people in Japan probably see anime as just for kids. And so it's just where you live, where you grew up. I think that's where the perception starts. But a lot of people have been sleeping on Western animation over here in the West because of this. I'm assuming in the East, they're probably not watching this stuff. But in the West specifically, they've been sleeping on it. They hear about all these awesome animated, new animated TV shows in the West on Netflix, on Hulu. Invincible. It took Invincible a good minute to take off. That's probably like the biggest culprit of this phenomenon is Invincible. That Invincible, people were like writing it off for a while until a lot of influencers and a lot of people online and the hype started going. People started watching it. People started telling their friends. I told a shit ton of people, and a lot of people didn't watch it. Like, oh, I mean, I don't know, not into like, you know, superhero cartoons or whatever, but then they watched and they realized this shit was a fucking banger. And that's the level of that's the thought process toward Western animation. I made a whole video about this on Invincible when it first came out, and just people sleeping on it because it was Western animation. And the thing is, the same shit is happening with a brand new show that is on Netflix. It's called Arcane. Arcane League of Legends. Now, I don't know shit about League of Legends, and I feel like them adding that on there, it's probably gonna put a lot of people off because a lot of people don't play League of Legends and they think they may have to know something about League of Legends to jump into this. And I gotta tell you right here now, you don't need to know shit about League of Legends to jump into this, because I'm jumping into Arcane. The entire story, the entire world is fleshed out within the first 2 episodes that it makes you want more. It gives you that same feeling. It's giving me that same feeling that Avatar: The Last Airbender did. That world, the way that world is fleshed out, it's giving me that same feeling. Raya: The Last Dragon, the Disney movie that came out a few months ago, that one gave me the exact same feeling where I want to know more about this world. I want to dive deeper into this world. Arcane is that, but like a lot bloodier. Arcane is a show about 2 sisters, and I'm gonna go into a little bit of spoilers here. So this is your warning here, where I wholeheartedly, it's gonna be light spoilers, but I wholeheartedly believe that you guys should go watch Arcane today, not yesterday, not tomorrow, today. Put it on Netflix. Watch the first episode or 2. I was hooked by the first episode, but you may need to, because it tells you the origin story of 2 sisters, and then there's a time skip. It's literally Naruto and Naruto Shippuden in 10 episodes in one arc. It's steampunk. There is a lot of different things in play: politics, drug abuse, magic. They talk about magic a lot. There's class systems, the rich versus the poor. There is so much on display in Arcane that it just on that basis alone, it is worth every minute that you watch. And that's not even telling you guys about the visuals. Arcane is by far, to me, I think it is a masterpiece in its visuals. It is probably the most beautiful animated show that I've seen in the West in a while. It outclasses most anime that I've watched, where they barely even try, and yet these anime get hype. They get 10-15 minute videos of them throughout all of YouTube. They get all this press, and then they get copyrighted for it, but they get all this press. Arcane, I have not seen like one soul talk about Arcane. Maybe Angry Joe, that was basically it. He talked about Arcane. Arcane is far better looking than all that. Arcane, in my opinion, is better looking than Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse. It's that same process. It's that same method. It's like a comic book slash anime slash piece of artwork all mixed together, like a painting, all mixed together. Like the animation, I don't know how they did it. They have the CG all infused inside it. They have the CG is just so omnipresent with every little movement that the character makes. They're blinking, their expressions, the hair movement, everything that was in Into the Spider-Verse, it's like ranked up 10 times in this. It's crazy no one's talking about Arcane, because in my opinion, it is one of the best shows. It is a hidden gem. It is, in my opinion, on the same hype level as Squid Games. And that's me, who doesn't know shit about League of Legends, but I binge watched the entire show. I watched 2 episodes and then I started watching it more and more, and then I binged it all weekend because I couldn't stop watching it. It's such an interesting story, a fall from grace. It's about 2 sisters living in poverty. 2 sisters, and they both deal in black market stuff. They both live under a boss that basically controls the underworld, but he's like kind of a nice guy. But then he gets betrayed at some point, and the beginning of the show really follows them, and then it follows what's going on in the other side with all the rich people, all the high class people, and all all these scientists. And there's one scientist in particular it's doing the dark arts essentially because he's trying to make magic, and he gets ostracized for it until it actually works. And you get to see the progress of the city as it starts delving into what they call hex tech, which is just magic. It's such a good show, guys, that I can't praise it enough. The fight sequences are better than most anime. It's on par with Naruto Sasuke versus Momoshiki shit. It's on par with a lot of Dragon Ball Super Broly. It's literally right there. It's just that good. It's just the way that they're drawn, the way that they're animated, the movement of each character. It's really that good. I cannot praise it enough, guys. You need to go and watch Arcane now. Let me know in the comments below if you guys have already seen it, but I'm telling you, Arcane is better than most anime out there, and that's on God. Thank you so much for watching the video. This is going to be SunScape signing off. Take care, guys.